In this episode, WEC GT3 Predictions, wild giraffe spotting, and a very expensive Datsun. Welcome to episode 247 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Dirk?
Mr. Michael Rao. This is the banter episode. Normally, we don't talk about racing stuff. But we need to have a conversation about a little bit of racing stuff.
Yeah, I do want to kind of, as the idea has it, shoot the shit about some new of the WEC, the World Endurance Championship.
Yeah, I saw
how that's gonna play out.
I saw a fascinating article. It's actually this one. It's on racer.com. And they're basically trying to figure out how is this new LMGT3, God, I'm going to butcher that so many times.
Yes, you are.
LMGT3 class going to shake out. Because as we talked about a couple episodes ago, there's only going to be 2 different cars from each manufacturer.
Yeah, which is a stark contrast from what we see now.
It is.
Because right now, it's no weird thing to see 6 Porsches, 6 Ferraris, 5 Astons, and like a random other something.
In this picture, I see 2 Ferraris, 5 Porsches.
I see
2 Astons, 3 Astons.
5 Porsches, 3 Astons, 2
Yeah.
Ferraris, right?
This is going to change.
That's not going to happen.
No. Which I like, personally.
I both like and don't like, because I do also like all the different liveries on the same cars, just as an aesthetic.
Okay. I mean, you can still have liveries on cars, regardless of what manufacturer.
But of the same car.
You're biased to your Porsche brand.
No, I am. Yeah.
They do have some of the best liveries. I will say that.
Like Rexy right there.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you can't beat that.
That's a great livery. Let's try to shake out, with the help of this article, what manufacturers are going to be in this field and which ones aren't. Okay. So to start, we need to talk about some car counts. Because to the understanding of Racer in this article, it seems likely that the hypercar class will top out around 20 cars in 2024. Okay. So that's when all this is going to shake out.
That's a lot of cars in the top class.
That's a ton.
Holy cow. When's the last time we had that many cars in top class? Ever?
Not that I'm knowledgeable about. Like,
maybe
it would have been
many,
before our
many,
time.
many, 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 like GT1 era.
Way before our time.
Good Lord, that's a lot.
The weird part is we've inverted, because now the top class can have as many of one brand as they would like.
Yeah, which is very much not the way it has always been.
No, and now the GT class is the one that's specified or limited.
Mm-hmm.
That does mean that the LMGT3 would have around 18 cars, or 18 slots available for cars. These are for full-time rides, by the way.
Got
so
it.
It seems like
if you have a one-off race, you can slide in.
Le Mans will have more manufacturers than the other races in the season. Mm-hmm. Yes. It seems like for a full season, though, it's going to be about 38 cars total, right? So that's where we get our 18 number.
Yep. So 20 plus 18. Yeah. Okay.
Right. Now, if we split that 18 in half, because we know 2 cars per manufacturer, basically we have 9 different manufacturers that we can have.
That's a lot of manufacturers.
It is, but is it?
How many do we have right now in LMGTE? We have less than 9.
No, not even close to that. Yeah.
What about in IMSA? Probably 6,
7, 6, 7, right? Something like
Yeah.
that. I agree. But how many GT3 car manufacturers are there in the world?
It's probably no more than 9 to 12.
I think it's like 12-ish, somewhere around there. So there's going to be a few that won't fit in or won't want to, maybe. Mm-hmm. We'll see. But another interesting note here is that the hypercar manufacturers will automatically get an in.
So, okay. So, of all the manufacturers that make a GT3 spec car in the whole wide world, there's preference given to the manufacturers that are currently competing in hypercar to first get the slots.
Yes.
Okay.
So, those manufacturers that will likely have cars would be BMW, right? Because they're automatically a hypercar. They'll probably run the M4.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yep.
That makes sense. Porsche, obviously, will run the 911.
Yep.
Cadillac is going to take the Corvette slot.
Yeah, because Cadillac and GM are the same company. Yep.
Right.
And Corvette is a GM product. Okay.
Lamborghini with the Huracan.
Okay.
Ferrari with the 296.
Okay.
And then we have some question marks to talk about.
What are the question marks?
Toyota.
Lexus. Yeah, Lexus is a Toyota brand.
They could run a Lexus.
But I thought the Lexus was falling out of spec. I thought this was like the last year it was within GT3 homologations.
They could do it. I haven't heard any rumors that they're going to or trying to, but they could do it.
That'd be cool.
It's a possibility. We could do Acura, but Acura is not currently in the hypercar class.
Yeah, they're in GTP, which is not exactly hypercar.
Yeah, but they couldn't if they wanted to. If they wanted to go overseas and do it, they could. Maybe for Le Mans,
they could take the NSX. Yeah.
Yeah, you run both the hypercar and then you take the NSX over for Le Mans. That'd be neat. I hope that they do that.
That would be cool.
But guaranteed, we have BMW, Porsche, Cadillac, Lamborghini, and Ferrari. So that's already 5 manufacturers, which means 10 cars.
So that leaves 8 and 4 more other manufacturers.
4 more other manufacturers.
Oh.
Now let's talk about the list of manufacturers left here that don't for sure have rides. We have the 2 question marks. We have Lexus and Acura, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Mercedes.
Yep.
McLaren.
Mm-hmm.
Audi.
Yeah.
Ford, which really wants in, to my understanding.
Yeah.
Aston Martin and Bentley.
Okay.
So
now, it would be okay.
That's 8 different manufacturers.
Or 8 different cars for different manufacturers.
8 different manufacturers.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
And 4 of them can get in.
4 can get in.
Would you like my prediction which 4 they are?
I would.
Mercedes, because from my understanding, I believe the Mercedes AMG GT3 is the most successful GT3 car in the world.
That probably is correct.
I believe that statistic is correct. And then I think it's going to be Ford and Aston. And then the 4th. That's what I don't know. Because
Audi's kind of dying off with their GT3 program.
I heard Audi was also kind of having the Lexus problem of they're reaching kind of the end of their homologation.
Yes.
Of the GT3, the R8 GT3.
Right.
Bentley, I love the Bentley Continental GT3, but realistically, I don't think that behemoth will find its way to the WEC. It would be cool, but realistically, probably not.
I don't see it.
Right. And then that leaves McLaren other than that. Do you see that coming?
Not really.
So I've got 3 that I'm pretty certain are going to be in.
I think Lexus is the next best.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think Toyota's going to bring Lexus.
I think so too.
Because I don't see McLaren spending enough money with how much they're tied up into F1. I don't see Audi spending enough money with how much they're tied up in F1.
Right.
Bentley is just Bentley, reserved for typically retired old ladies in Florida. And then you have, realistically, the best option here is going to be Toyota bringing the Lexus. If they can make sure it's homologated properly for GT3, I see that being a plausible thing.
Toyota needs to have a conversation with Acura and say, like...
With Acura?
Yeah, and say, hey, do you want it, or do you want us to bring our GT3 car in? Because, like, you could run your NSX, go ahead. Or we could run our GT3 Vassar Sullivan Lexus.
But then we do have to make sure that Acura can go into LMH, into Le Mans Hypercar.
Yeah, that's a bigger ask.
That is a big... Which one's the bigger ask? Is it keeping the Lexus GT3 homologated and bringing that in? Or is it Acura saying, okay, let me tweak to the top class of the WEC?
Acura is the better ask. Not the bigger ask. Well, it is the bigger ask, but it's also the better ask.
Why do you say that?
Because I want to see another car in the hypercar class at Le Mans. Why would you not want to? And I want to see the Acuras more than I want to see the Lexuses, to be honest.
Well, hold on a minute now. Well, but isn't the top class limited to 20 cars?
Yes. For a full time. We're talking to Le Mans here. but I guess these numbers are full-time based. I guess the gist of this story here is that it seems, I initially thought, oh God, 2 cars limited, they're never going to find enough manufacturers. It seems like they have possibly just 1 slot that they might not be able to fill.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's very good for the WEC.
Yeah.
How long that lasts, how dedicated these manufacturers are, we'll see.
Because it does seem like a lot of the manufacturers are weaning their GT3 stuff.
Yeah. I really wish Audi would be in it, because they used to have a really good GT3 program.
I would love to see the R8 GT3 come out there.
Back at Le Mans. Audi back at Le Mans. Let's go. That would be awesome.
That would be sick.
I know they're not doing the hypercar thing, so they can't battle it out with Peugeot anymore. But,
that would be sick.
That's all I ever want.
What if, wait a minute, is Alpine currently in the talks of building a GT3 car?
Are they?
I don't know.
Not
Are they
that
going to
I
make
know
like a
of.
GT3 spec of the A110?
Not that I've heard. That would be fascinating.
That'd be freaking cool.
That'd be out of left field.
It would be out of left field, but that'd be freaking cool.
I can't predict that one right now.
I know who's going to bring one.
Who?
Van Wall.
No.
You don't think Van Wall's going to build a GT3 car?
It's like saying Glickenhaus is going to bring one of their GT3 cars and homologate it. No.
No?
Why
not?
No. Peugeot would be
The next real
next best.
Do they? They don't have any other sports cars.
There's no Peugeot sports car that could be homologated.
Like, was it Alpine A110 or nothing?
I think so.
Jesus.
I think so.
What are they gonna do? I don't know.
Peugeot has like SUVs and like
Crummy little French hatchbacks.
Much right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just French hatchbacks and SUVs. I think is all Peugeot has.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
It's looking interesting when it comes to the WEC. I hope we get all these teams to actually condense down, and it should be really fun to watch as far as the GT3 race goes. And I hope they finally get some TV time, and we don't just focus on hypercar the whole race.
Bad news. They're not going to.
No, they're not.
With how many hypercars are you seriously thinking that any GT car is going to get more than 24 seconds at a time?
No.
No. It's going to be horrible for us GT car fans because it's, in my opinion, that's the racing I really like to watch.
That's the better racing.
I mean,
it's the better racing.
Of hypercar versus GT car, that's where, like, when IMSA was at Lime Rock, that's my jam.
You don't need speed to have good racing.
You just need balls.
Yeah.
Or, in the case of the Iron Dames, confidence.
Yes. That's a good way to put it.
Fallopian tubes, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can put it. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, GT3 is going to be exciting.
I'm stoked for Ford.
Yeah, but who's running Ford?
That's the question. I don't know.
Wasn't it supposed to be Proton?
Oh, I think it is going to be Proton, isn't it?
So Proton Competition currently runs majority all Porsches.
Right.
So who's going to run Porsche then? Is Proton going to run Porsche and Ford?
No. Rumor has it Porsche might be Manti.
Oh, damn.
Which would be even better.
That would be sick. So wait a minute. Stop the presses. Does that mean Grello is racing?
I'd love to see Grello at Le Mans.
Because I think that's what that means.
Yeah.
Because Manti's like signature car is Grello.
Yeah. The Grello you see at the Nords 24.
Huh. Ponder.
That'd be awesome.
I'm pondering this.
2 Grello cars.
Ooh.
Could you have 2 of the same color?
Well, they do. They have Grello and Lello. So that they have the inverted Grello where it's instead of the majority yellow, it's the majority green.
Okay. But that green is so yellow that it's nearly the same.
It is,
looking.
pretty much. It looks almost the same.
Yeah.
You actually have to like look and go, huh? Oh, it's that one. Got it.
Okay. If they're side by side, you can tell. But other than that,
It's hard to tell.
yeah, it's hard to tell. No, that'll be super cool. I'm stoked. 2024 is when some of these changes will happen.
So next year.
Next year. It's coming up real fast.
Coming up for the season opener in where are they going to now? Was it Qatar?
Oil
Bahrain?
money
Where is it?
place. I don't remember.
It's not Sebring.
It's not
That's the sad
Sebring.
part.
And apparently they have also changed the way that they are shipping the cars around the world. They're not doing
are
boat
they?
anymore. They're flying the cars around the world. That's why they're limited to 38 for the full time.
Oh my.
Interesting.
Seems like it.
Yeah. So let's move on, buddy.
Okay.
Have you seen any cars as you've been out and about?
I did. I saw a Datsun.
A Datsun.
I saw a Datsun, yeah. I saw, more specifically, the Nissan GTR NISMO.
Oh.
So normally a GTR doesn't really do much for me. It's just kind of something that I've seen a lot of.
Right.
But the NISMO is a little more exciting because it's got a lot of extra fins and anger look to it. And it just made me curious. So I'm claiming it as my spot of the week because it is much more than a regular GTR. But it is, well, what we're looking at. And I saw it in white with all the black accents and the red and all that big anger grills and the wing and all that. It has 600 horsepower.
Heck yeah.
It has 481 torques.
All-wheel drive.
Twin turbo V6 all-wheel drive, yeah. It's 3.8 liters, that V6 it is. It's not far off of like 4,000 pounds.
Oh, it's heavy.
Curb weight is like almost 3,900 pounds. You add a human and it's 4,000 pounds.
Yeah.
It's not light. But here's where it loses me. Starts at $217,000.
What? They're that expensive?
Could you imagine spending over $200,000 on a Nissan GTR?
No. Not unless it was like a...
No, never,
perfect.
ever. Not even then.
Yeah, you're probably
You're
right.
as near as makes no difference. $220,000.
That's crazy.
What else could you buy for $220,000?
Anything.
You could
Almost
buy
anything.
a Lamborghini.
Yeah, almost
You
anything.
buy a Ferrari.
Yeah.
You could buy an Audi R8.
You can buy near top of the line from any manufacturer.
Pretty well.
You just can't buy one-offs.
Yeah. You can't buy the hottest hot, but yeah.
Right.
Like $220,000
That's crazy price
for a
this
Nissan
car.
GTR.
Does this car need a facelift?
Remember, they did one.
I
We just
know.
haven't seen it yet.
Does it need another one?
Wow. You're not a huge fan of the GTR, are you?
No, I love the GTR. From a technical perspective, this car's amazing. From the exterior, oy. I wouldn't open the garage and go, woohoo, it looks great. I'd be like, oh, it's technically amazing. It's just not fantastic looking.
It's not pretty.
It's too big.
It's freaking massive.
It's too big.
You ever actually see one like side by side with like a Camry?
They're huge.
It like dwarfs everything else.
It's too big.
It's just a massive car.
Like I said, I know there's a crazy big engine, a bunch of technical...
Well, it's not really that big.
Driven.
It's only 3.8 liter V6.
Yeah, you're right. It's not huge. But I know like airflow, engine management, all that kind of stuff, thermals, it's like super, super good. The tolerances are crazy in the engine and whatnot. It's like an F1 car, kind of. But why...
Why would you spend $220,000 on this?
Yeah, I don't know.
But my spot of the week is a GTR NISMO. They're great cars. I'm not saying they're bad. I just, for almost $220,000, I just don't know if that's the move.
No, that's not the move. No.
That's just me, though.
Yeah.
So, did you see anything while you were out and about?
So I saw something.
What did you see?
Oh, I saw a very tall something.
What?
Me and my wife were at the grocery store. And we're wandering around, as we do, looking for, I don't even remember what we were trying to get. But as I walked in the grocery store, I looked to my left, and I saw a very tall gentleman with a mullet.
Oh, baby.
And he was walking away from us, and I was like, I know exactly who that is.
Was it?
Cleetus McFarlane.
There we go. Let's go, brother.
The giraffe himself was wandering around our local supermarket, but he does live like right down the street from us. That's to be expected. And also the racetrack is very close to us, the Freedom Factory. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we finally saw Cleetus McFarlane. Got a picture of him with the wife, and yeah, he was super genuine. Pretty nice dude.
You gonna go racing the mullets?
No, but he did want me to take the BRZ out to the racetrack because they were doing an open track night.
Yeah, spectator drags. I saw that.
Yeah.
And you said...
I have a 24-hour race to do. Sorry.
Did you actually tell him that?
Yeah, I had to. I'm like, I'm doing the Spa 24 on iRacing. He's like, oh, cool. Have fun with that.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's
cool.
pretty neat. Yeah.
Well, that is a very impressive spot.
Surprised we haven't seen him yet more often. But
Yep.
yeah, he's wandering around town.
That's good stuff.
Pretty big YouTuber.
Cool.
Check him out. Cleetus McFarland.
Definitely. So let's talk about the I wish it would have.
Let's do it.
Do you have one, sir?
I do. So I wish that the front passenger seat on all cars would lay flat.
Just the passenger seat?
Well, the rest of the seats normally do lay pretty flat, right?
Okay.
If you have back seats. I wish that the passenger seat would as well.
Oh, you mean like forwards?
Yes. Yes.
Not like lay back like a recliner
No,
flat?
no. Like forward.
Oh.
So when you got to put stuff in a car,
Mm-hmm.
it always goes up to that edge.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have an object that's just oddly shaped enough, for
Mhm.
example, hockey sticks or a golf
Mhm.
bag or something like that, where you get it in there, and if the front seat would have laid completely flat, you could have fit it in there perfectly the way you
Mhm.
want it. But of course, it goes to 45 degrees, and then it's like wedged up against the seat in some awkward manner
Yeah, it's
and
odd.
rattles around. It's obnoxious. Why can't they all lay flat?
I like where you're going with that, but I don't know if that would work.
Why?
Airbags.
They can.
Disable that airbag.
Well, yeah. Most modern cars have the
Yeah.
the sensor in the passenger seat already.
Yeah, but
That solves that problem.
I feel like for it to lay flat, you need more room.
Or
Or you need
it,
the back to like be in multiple pieces.
or it folds the head part.
That's what I'm
right?
saying. Like it just keeps folding, origamiing up.
It doesn't have to roll up like
Yeah, I'm visualizing like a burrito.
no.
Like a burrito seat.
It's not sushi over here. It's a seat.
Well, it could be sushi. A sushi seat.
No, I just wish that most cars would have it lay flat. As opposed to a 45, have it lay all the way flat.
It would be helpful.
It'd be useful.
It would be very useful.
Yes. Do you got one?
I do, which I'm a little kind of stealing from you because you sent me something. I wish that AC vents would oscillate again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I found a video online of an old Mazda. I forget the exact. It was like in the 90s. And there was a button on there that said oscillate. And you would click it, and the actual mechanical vents themselves, the vents that you would slide sideways, basically to blow the air in any direction, left and right, had a little motor on them and would go all the way left and then come all the way back right. Kind of like an oscillating fan,
Yeah.
you know, that you would see in a room.
That would be awesome.
They had those in cars back in the day.
That would be amazing.
Why'd that go away?
I feel like that'd be really good if you're leaving your car running while you run in and do something.
Yeah. It would more evenly distribute the air.
Yeah.
Right? You would cool the space down.
The whole space.
Right.
Not
I don't
just
know
your
why
fingers.
that's not a thing.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
It's not hard from a technical perspective. It's not
Why
impossible.
did it go away is the question.
That is the question. In Florida? Oh, it'd be amazing.
Oh, yeah. Especially if you had like remote start.
Yeah.
You're walking to your car from the beach, right? You double click that engine start button. AC vents start oscillating. Your car is nicely chilled.
Those are the small things that will legitimately get people to switch from one car to another. On the buying
it's
process.
the little things. Right?
It is the minute things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's so funny how like the smallest things do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they made a cup holder that will fit up a larger cup. I need it. I must have it now. Okay, just get a smaller cup. But I digress.
My wife totally would be like, oscillating AC? We're buying that one. Okay. All right. Here we go.
That's the way it goes.
Yep.
So that's all I've got. You got anything else?
I do not.
That's going to wrap us up then. Thanks so much for watching episode 247 of the We Are Auto Show. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a thumbs up. Drop a comment. Let us know. What do you think about the World Endurance Championships GT3 field? Be curious to know what you think, who's going where and when and why and how. And if you're listening on audio, send us those thoughts via social. Facebook is We Are Auto. Instagram is We Are Auto _. YouTube is We Are Auto. And our website is weareauto.io. So, thanks again. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.